Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? It's Tuesday, November 7, I'm gonna try again. Hello! It's Tuesday, November 27th, 2011, and this is Day 9 Daily number 526, where it's cold, and I'm wearing my awesome jacket. Oh, look at this. I can actually go vampire mode. I was doing this before the daily. Blow! Oh, blah! Oh man, let's suck blood. Awesome. Yeah. And I did say jacklet. I don't know how that happened. On my mouth, I have an LA mouth. It's not used to saying things related to cold, like snow or jacket or thank you. I would describe my current mood as great. In today's daily, we're going to take the chance to look at a 50-minute long game between Scarlett and Nerchio, where hopefully by the end our hearts will be warmed with the delight of StarCraft 2 possibilities, and I will not be so cold anyways. I have a jacket on, guys. I said it was 2011, didn't I? It's 2012. It's November 27th, 2012. This is Day 9 Daily number 526. And this morning I shaved with a woman's razor. My face, that is. My legs are already really smooth. So there's an experiment that I did recently. I wasn't sure that there was a significant difference between a male razor or a female razor, because at the end of the day we're humans and we all just have skin, and razors are designed to cut hair off skin. So I went ahead and got one of the Venus razors. It's beautiful. It's like this pastel blue, and it has this huge, the top of the head is huge, like a man's razor is just 4 knives, and they're not even at the right angle. It's there so that when you shave, it's all bumpy and it hurts your face, and chunks of skin get ripped off. But you feel like a man at the end. You're like, you see, it's rugged because the hair grows so fast. But I got this thing that actually, you know those photos that they have on Reddit of like a newborn corgi where it's just looking at you, that's like, ah, and the owner's just holding this dog and going, you're worth so much karma, and it's just, it would splay out, but its limbs aren't long enough. It's just a tube and a happy face. That's what this razor looked like in my hands. And I was like, you're gonna shave my face. Oh. So I went to shave with it, and it is the best shave I have ever had. My face is so smooth. Oh my god. It felt like an angel was trying to turn me on. Like this gracious little kiss, and it would go down my neck, and I would like shiver a little bit. Not because it was cold, but because it felt so good. I would go down, it would get right here, and I'd be like, razor, how did you know that was my spot? It was fantastic. So I've been in a good mood. I did have to get up at 545 in the morning. Oh my god. I think I know why I'm so giggly. I look like a vampire and I find that funny, but I said 545 in the morning. I got up at 5:45 because I was doing video recordings all day. Oh god, I'm in a great mood. Video recordings all day. I'll give you a hint what they were about, and if you don't know what the symbol is, that's kind of normal, but if you do, you're in on it. I recorded for like 10 hours or so without eating. So literally, I've just horked down some burgers. I feel interesting. My face is smooth, and I'm ready to talk about StarCraft 2. In today's game, we're going to see just what I would describe as a ridiculous Zerg vs. Zerg. Sure, we're going to do some... Can we just laugh? Can I just say that I'm trying my hardest to push past the laughter and to do a show. This is like when Diapollo and I were talking about mind games at BWC. I love mind games. Oh, they're so... they're great. Part of me wants to just stop and giggle for a minute. Are you in the mood for some giggling? Okay, let's do it. Oh, my collar's crooked. Let me fix that up. Now I'm a cool vampire. Oh, God. Someone's there watching for the first time going, what is this show about? And I'll tell you. It's about learning to be a better gamer. Oh. Let me unbutton this. God, I am so exhausted. I am literally freaking extremely tired. I want to watch this game. I'm just gonna giggle the whole daily. I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna watch some StarCraft 2. Micro! Yeah, let's step... Alright. I'm gonna begin this game at the least interesting corner of the universe. Where we have Acer's Nerchio. Spawning is the blue Zerg, and in the top right, we have Scarlett. Oh, wow. You know, we're gonna get through this daily. This might wind up being the most viewed daily of all time, and that's fine. I'm perfectly content with my most poorly focused daily ever, succeeding in bringing me to the forefront of victory. Did you know Day 9 was Forbes 30 under 30? No, let me check them out. Person tunes in. I'm a vampire, you guys. Wow. God. Oh my God, I'm just giggling so hard. And of course, everyone in the chat is accusing me of being on some substance of some kind. The unfortunate truth is that I'm just like this. Oh, this is brutal. All right. I might honestly have to take a break, but that's okay. What a perfect way to start a Zerg versus Zerg. Both players talking about the immortal. Oh my God. What's happening? Oh God, this is ridiculous. Oh my God, I got the giggles. Oh God, now my friends are messaging me. Please don't tell anyone I can't focus. Oh. Oh my God. Oh. This might be part one. It might be me just giggling nonstop. Oh. 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 Wow. That was amazing. That was some quality giggling. Let me drink from this mug that has my roommate on it. Oh. Oh. Apparently I just ejected something at the camera. Did anyone ever see the episode where the micro episode? Oh, every time I do the micro, or look at that micro episode, I lose it as well. So this is now, I suppose, the second historic moment where I cannot get it together. All right. In today's daily, we're going to watch a Zerg vs. Zerg between Scarlett and Nerchio, and I will put together. It seems as though everything I say is going to be trivial from here on out, but we'll get through this. Whew! So, already I'm happy, because down in the bottom left corner, Nerchio, oh yes, went for a 10 pool, doing a little bit of a change up. These two players, of course, from Team Acer. Scarlett, in a traitorous fashion, has absolutely no Acer in front of her name, but I can confirm that she is on that team. I'm already thrilled at the fact that these two players are doing something different. So often in a mirror matchup, you get mirrored builds, and that is a very tragic thing indeed. Although I will say, in StarCraft 2, I really like all the mirror matchups. I think they're all super interesting to watch. There's a huge variety of builds in all of them. I think Zerg vs. Zerg suffers from the most repetitive play just for a brief period in the mid-game when everyone's going for the Infestor Roach Fang. But even so, there's so many different ways to do it that it's quite good. So both players doing a little bit of a different thing. I also cannot believe that my buddies text me during the show. Oh, woo! My stomach feels great. So Nerchio does already something kind of interesting. He doesn't actually save up a lot of larvae to be able to perform, there's the 6-lings coming out. But he doesn't save larvae while going straight for the queen. He just continues to build lings and goes straight for the hatchery. Most people will just spam the queen as quickly as possible and sort of let the larva build up, but Nerchio is doing a little bit of a twist, which allows you to get your own hatch up very, very early. And I like this play quite a bit because, honestly, if you get the queen too early, you spend all your money just building out of the larva that one queen can produce for you. But in this fashion, you get the hatch up so you don't end up burning all the money before you get the hatch out. Oh. So we see that right off the bat, Nerchio is able to force a cancel, is able to, of course, force Scarlett to sort of stay holed up back here. This is the most common way nowadays to forget to enable the sound. This is the most common way nowadays to avoid suffering any sort of losses at all against this early sort of pool stuff. But Nerchio is not in this weird spot where he's a little bit, ahead in the larva production and way behind in the hatch. He actually ends up ahead in both. I honestly think that the modern 10 pool will sort of have this look to it. So I do quite like that. Quite a lot. A few minor engagements, but Nerchio does manage to maximize the damage. I don't think he even knows that the hatch was rebuilt when he initially moved up. But that's fine. Still stepping into the main base, we see that Nerchio is actually going to be ahead on queens. The only thing he's not ahead on is gas. So right off the bat, I'm like, oh yes, Nerchio. Oh, gaining a drone lead. And he'll be pooping out queens soon enough. I'll note as well that this game is 50 minutes long, 5-0. So this means that I don't actually have to do a lot of pausing. And in fact, I don't even get the opportunity to do a lot of pausing. I will just cast at somewhere between a warp speed and a typical average everyday cast, therefore allowing for maximum commentariage. So at this phase in the game, I think that there's an interesting decision that both players face. Nerchio does not have gas at all. Almost always you will see the Zergling Speed and the Baneling Nest. Everything that's going on in Camp Scarlet is pretty typical. But what do you do if you are in Nerchio's shoes and you have just begun mining gas? Nerchio gives a very clever answer by saying, simply Roach Warren, which does indeed sound like some sort of excellent line of perfume by Nerchio, the Polish superstar. Simply Roach Warren. Simply roaches. I can't remember what the first joke I said was, but whatever you think would have been the best punchline, that's what I meant. So, nailed it. So, Dr. Nerchio goes straight for the Roach Warren, which will allow us to stay defensive against Banelings, will allow us to also deal with Speedlings in reasonable chunks, but also does necessitate that we get the third Queen up. However, right away, I would immediately, instinctively get concerned about my opponent being ahead on layer tech. Scarlett is infamous for being one of the fastest layer techers in the matchup, often cutting the Baneling Nest to be able to build a very early layer and having Mutalisks pop out at 9 minutes. Nerchio does have the benefit of having busted in here and delayed Scarlett significantly, but here still, excuse me, here still, Scarlett is getting an extremely early layer given the circumstances she was in early on. So I like the way that Nerchio plays this off by going for the double Evo chamber. Personally, I kind of prefer a single evolution chamber and then an earlier macro hatch. But Nerchio is once again saying, well, if I don't have gas for defense early, I'm going to dump the earliest gas I can into not just tech, but ridiculously early double ups. It's kind of a cute plan, but immediately there's some things that are automatic from us at this point. And I think this might be the best pausing point. Wasn't initially going to be my ideal pausing point, however, I couldn't stop laughing at the start of the daily. I thought the fact that I was dressed as a vampire was kind of hilarious. Let me tell you what I want to tell you here. So at this point in the game, with any build that you do, you always have to think about what it entails for the mid-game. So I've been doing a little bit of what is going on right now and the sort of immediate decisions. I've delayed gas, so that way I'm going to rush straight on into the double +1/+1 upgrades at my Roach Warren. So, yeah, or excuse me, +1/+1 upgrades for my Roaches. So that makes sense in the immediate future, or Scarlett going for the Spire to put pressure on and get map control in the immediate future. But each of these builds is going to necessarily entail something. For Scarlett, this is the most common style for Zergs on this map as of late. There will be a lot of counter pressure, and it allows us to get a fast third, and we actually should get a fast third because the map control we gain. And our goal is going to be to get Geysers 5 and 6 up earlier, so we can ridiculously outproduce our opponent in terms of infestors. Mutalisks is a transition into Roach infestor play. We're never going to go Mutalisks all game long. It's a nice stepping stone into it. And meanwhile, down here, Nerchio is in a much weirder circumstance. We just did this exercise for Scarlett, but as we think about Nerchio's future, the most important thing to note about early +1/+1 upgrades is that you generally don't get them for a timing attack. Almost always it means you're going for a fast +2/+2. Paradoxically, doing this will eat into our ability to build another macro hatch. It'll hinder our mineral production. Why? Because +2 attack and +2 carapace is just such a ridiculous amount of money. It's well more than that macro hatch that we'd want to have built anyways. So Nerchio is going to have to rely on defending his third base, largely with infestors as well, and we'll have to do something big around the +2/+2 mark. So this is a hyper defensive play. You can imagine it like a Terran getting fast +1/+1 ups. So let's take a break so I can calm down, and let's rock out to some music. Yeah.